Your values define you as a person and your attitude in life. Today's video is probably the most important message I think I'll ever put out on this channel. If you find today's video interesting, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. So, I have a simple question for you. Who are you? I don't mean superficially, and this isn't likely something you can really answer easily. What I'm fundamentally asking is, what are the core beliefs that make you, you? The beliefs are your values, or rather your judgment on what's important in life. You see, the reason your values are of such importance is that they fundamentally define how you will ultimately live your life. So you might be wondering why I consider values so important, which when it comes down to it, comes down to my role as a parent. I have a son. He's still young, but for me the most fundamental lesson I can teach him is to ensure he holds weight to his values. The reason is, a person who holds true to their values will always be okay. It's not about money or what you have, it comes down to what you truly and fundamentally need in life. Now, it's difficult to explain the abstract concept of values, but one of the best examples to try and explain values is the story of the Judgement of King Solomon in the Bible. In this story of two women, both claiming to be the mother of a baby, approach a wise king to get a decision on who can keep the baby. Solomon demands to be given a sword, and in that moment says that he will cut the baby in half so that each woman may receive half. One responds in panic and says she's willing to give up the child, but begs him not to kill the baby. The other responds by agreeing to his verdict, saying if she couldn't have the baby, neither of them could. It's in this instance Solomon declares the mother to be the woman protecting the child's life. Now, there's numerous lessons to be learnt from this story, but the one I want to focus on is the character of the two women. The mother who is willing to give up the child to save his life shows love, compassion and willingness to sacrifice for the greater good. Her values are to love and give to others. The other woman holds her own values, as she desires to simply win the argument, disregarding the child's life. It's not that she doesn't have values, but her values are misguided, as she only looks to try and help herself. You see, in this very instance, the value of the two women fundamentally shape the outcome of their future. On the one hand, the woman wanting to win the argument will be alone and left in shame as she's willing to sacrifice a baby. On the other hand, the woman willing to make her own sacrifices for the life of another was ultimately the winner of the debate. And that's exactly my point. Your values define you as an individual, and these values will directly impact your actions and as a result decide the path your life takes. Those who are selfless, or at least prepared to give to others, are ultimately the people who will enjoy success and importantly happiness in life. And let's be absolutely clear, success doesn't mean material wealth, it means achieving the principal goals you adhere to in life. Gandhi, Martin Luther King and Nelson Mandela all fought for freedom to great masses of people who were unfairly discriminated against. It was their value beliefs that made them fight against all odds. In business, Bill Gates, Elon Musk and Steve Jobs gave, and in some cases continue to give, revolutionary technology to the world that has fundamentally changed how we live our lives. Even though they have all achieved great financial success on the back of their achievements, they came from having a vision for where they believe they can give something of value to others. This is also the place where I came from when I started to make videos for this channel. I've had to experience highs and lows in life, and while the subjects I'm creating videos about are often difficult topics for people to cover, I try to cover them with absolute respect and conviction, as I know from personal experience how hard life can be. I don't want others to have to go through the same difficulties if there's something I can do to help them, even if it's only a little. We're all here and together now, and it's our duty to try and leave the world just a little better for future generations. While as individuals our impact might be minimal, if we work as a collective to make the world better, then we can achieve phenomenal results. So if you take away just one thing from this video, let it be this. Your values define who you are and will ultimately determine your achievements in life. Positive legacies aren't built on foundations of acting on selfish desires, but built on being selfless and doing something to benefit others. Going back to my son, if he understands these values and lives his life by them, then I will have achieved my duties as a father. I'll never have to worry about his well-being and future, as he'll have the most basic necessity one can need to be a success. The rest will come together, just as it did for the mother in the Judgement of King Solomon. So do you agree or disagree that by giving others we can fundamentally live out a happy and successful life? Let me know down in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, please don't hesitate to share this with your friends and family and consider subscribing for more content like this.